Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Raider. It's Tuesday, March 24th, and in front of you is the PowerPoint for today's debate/simulation, thinking about the containment of mass epidemics. So if you look over at the homework, you'll notice there's a little asterisk next to none. At this point in the second marking period, there will be no homework. So your final grades in the course will be 50% based on classwork and class participation and completion of the Google documents, and assessments, which will continue to be position papers and things of that nature. So if you have digital copies of the position papers from our last meeting, it'd be great if you could take that out. If you have any placards and you'd like to use them for a Zoom meeting, that'd be great as well. If not, that's perfectly okay. We'll kind of trial run, test run today and see how things go, and we'll kind of take it from there. So just like when we're in the regular classroom, we want to consider how we can still organize a simulated Model UN debate, still keeping in mind speaking times, moderated caucuses, unmoderated caucuses, round robins, so on and so forth. So try to consider what you would want to include in a resolution once we move on into the unmods, and I'm going to show you the Google Doc that you will all be working with. I'll send that out as an email at around 3 p.m., so it'll be about 15 minutes before we go into our first Zoom meeting as a group. Again, these are some of the questions to consider as posed in that background. We want to consider mass epidemics prior to 2018. So really three of them that they discussed in that background guide were the SARS outbreak, MERS, and Ebola. And we want to kind of consider how we can put together a resolution based on issues that your countries have had in the past, how your country has hosted mass gatherings and what they do in terms of the logistics for having public health responses, looking back at previous mass gathering results, what worked well, what did not work well, so on and so forth. Hopefully, we'll be able to move into working papers within this 45-minute Zoom meeting, and we'll take it from there. I did post a sample resolution and resolution writing guides on Google Classroom to help you create your resolutions. And really kind of thinking about seeing how far we get in our meeting, how the World Health Organization Committee can work to address communicable diseases. I think at this point, after today's first trial run, we'll see how things go, and then perhaps next week we can move into a crisis simulation. This is a sample from the United Nations website itself. You can see full examples from the United Nations in multiple different languages in terms of how the UN has created draft resolutions in the past. I included this little link here just in case the Zoom meeting does not work out too well. I will transition into a Google class discussion post. And this is a video series from CNBC Originals. It sets up a good debate between national security issues and civil liberties. So if we are unable to have a Zoom meeting, or if not enough of us are able to participate, I will provide this as an alternative means to earn credit for today's work. Okay, so this is the document itself. It appears that I may have lost online connectivity. Hopefully this is still recording. We'll see. This is what the working paper will look like. Working paper 1.1, resolution to address mass gatherings circa 2018. Committee's World Health Organization. And we'll see who our sponsors and signatories are. I wrote the first preambulatory clause for you all. The second one I just left as XYZ, and I want you all to figure out how that's going to go. Scrolling back up, in a draft resolution, you want to have preambulatory clauses. It basically states the reason for which the committee is addressing the topic and highlights past international actions. And then operative clauses look specifically at the action plan that you want to engage in. This will do it for today, and I hope to see you all soon.